Cricket is my passion and I cannot avoid it.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Cricket Unplugged. I have a very special guest from Sri Lanka. He is a dashing all-rounder who has done wonders for Sri Lankan cricket. And mind you, a lot of IPL teams must be eyeing him in the upcoming auction, which is happening in 2 weeks' time. And trust me, he's also probably going to be captaining Sri Lanka in the near future. With me, I have Dasun Shanaka. Welcome, Dasun. How are you today?
Hi, sir. Hi, all. I'm good and doing well here in Sri Lanka.
Thank you very much for giving us your precious time to come on the show.
Cheers for that.
We first want to ask you, rather, all our fans on my show want to know, how did Dasun Shanaka come into cricket? What's that which brought Dasun into cricket?
Yeah, actually, when I was very young, so I was looking at the cricket matches. My hero was Sanat, so I always dreamed to be a player like that. So from age of 5, 6, so I was like playing village cricket. So I was acting like Sanat all the time, hitting big sixes. So I want to be a good cricketer from my younger age. So I started my schooling cricket from year 12. So when I was 12, so from that I played school cricket until under 19s. So I was the under 19 school captain, and I played one game for Sri Lanka under 19s. So from that, I went to Sinhalese Sports Club, Colombo, which is the I would say it's the best club in Sri Lanka. So I went to there and I started playing club cricket. So I made my path through like that.
Okay. Did you ever meet Sanat Jayasuriya, your hero?
Yeah. When I was first pick, he was the selector. So
Okay.
even I picked my jersey number as number 7. So he used to wear the jersey number 7. So I took the number from him.
So, people who are listening to this show, mind you, we have an upcoming star from Sri Lanka, Dasun, who has the number 7 jersey of Sanat Jayasuriya. We all know what Sanat Jayasuriya has done to Sri Lankan cricket. And I wouldn't be surprised is the bloke talking with me in the near future is also going to do the same. So look out, upcoming cricketers. Dasun, my first question now, obviously, when I want to ask you, you started, I think, your debut. Which country?
I was first made my debut against, it was a T20 debut. It was against Pakistan in 2015.
And you know that was your debut with Pakistan, but then you also captained Pakistan recently when you went there, and you had a clean sweep under your captainship. Tell us something about that series.
Yeah, it was a very special series for me because last time also I toured Pakistan for the first time. After that terrorist attack, we were the first to go there. So I scored 50 at that tour also. So when I come to this tour, I got some confidence with me. So I started well in the ODIs, and I felt that our team can do something special in that tour. I didn't thought that we could able to clean sweep the Pakistanis, but uh, our players, I mean younger players, they were like came up with some match winning performances, especially Vanidu Hasaranga, Danushka Gunatilaka, Banuka Rajapaksa, Oshada Fernando. So all led from the front. So it was easier for me. So I was really happy, and I did my role. I think I did my role from my level best.
So you mentioned about this young players like Hasranga, Danusha. So when you were, captaining them, and you were also a young player, so there was a time where you probably felt that no, how do I mold this young team, or how do I handle this team? Did you feel that doubts in your mind anytime?
Uh, at that time, not actually, no, not much doubt because I have played with them. So I have shared the dressing rooms, club games, mercantile games, and Sri Lanka A games. So uh, I was I worked with them for a quite little bit of time. So I felt a bit comfortable playing with them. So and they were listening to me all the time. What I am saying, they are like accepting all the things. So it was very much easier to plan and play in the middle. But sometimes the plans might get wrong as well. But I was fortunate that everything went good for me at that tour.
And you managed to beat a Pakistan team at home ground who has a very good T20 record. So credit to you, Dasun. I'm sure generally they say T20 is a very unpredictable format, but you made it predictable by doing clean sweep of Pakistan. Well done.
Thank you very much.
But before that T20, you had an ODI series, and I remember it was not so good. But there was one match in the second ODI. Probably you had a very good partnership. Tell us something about that.
Yeah, actually, if I am correct, we were like 23 for 5 at that time when I was going to the crease. So Shehan and myself was discussing to bat few overs and get over the conditions because the new ball swings well, and they got some good pace as well. Always the Pakistanis got some good wheels, so they were really came at us in that match. So I got hit twice. If I'm correct, I got hit twice in that match. So I got the feeling that I'm going to battle with them and not to throw my wicket away. Even Shehan was in the same manner. So we got through that a little bit of uncomfortable pace. So after that, it was a real good wicket to bat on. So uh, unfortunately, the lights were gone twice in that match. Otherwise, the results may be a
Would be
bit different.
different.
Yeah. So for because of that only, our momentum got lost a bit.
Correct. Correct.
Yeah. So it was a interesting match.
But you see, that gave you the confidence in the T20 matches which came.
Yeah.
Every innings matters. Maybe you would have not won that ODI match, but it helped you in probably winning the T20 which followed.
Yeah. Of
Now,
course, I hit few sixes again against Wahab. So everyone in the dressing room, so they also got the feeling that they also can get through their best bowlers.
yes, and Wahab, we all know how talented and how good a bowler he is, especially in the death overs. He's got that reverse swing, so it's not easy to hit sixes of Wahab.
Yeah, of course. He's a top class act.
Right. Before that, I also remember one of your ODI matches, rather T20 matches against India in Pune, where you took 3 wickets. Do you remember that green wicket?
Yeah, yeah.
Tell us
uh,
something about that.
yeah, actually, it was like the same team we toured Pakistan. So few of the youngsters came through that tour. Uh, we were like, it was the first time that we saw a green top in a T20 match. So we were like the favorites of that conditions on that day. So Kasun Rajitha, his debut game, so he took 3 wickets, and Chamira, my he's from my same school, so we played school cricket from the small times. So we were like 3 young bowlers playing in that match. So in that green wicket, so we were managed to get uh, India a bit of trouble. So it was a good experience as well. So it was really a beating India is a very hard at their home grounds. So it was really a good experience.
I want to share you one anecdote of that match. When you were playing that game in Pune, I had with me the legend Mahela Jayawardene at one of the franchise tournaments in UAE in Dubai. And that time we were watching the match together, and he had told me, "Look out for this boy. He's going to be the future star." And I'm really mean it what he said. We were watching the match together in one of my cafes, and he told me this boy, Dasun Shanaka, is the future of Sri Lanka, and how true it is.
Thank you. He's a legend.
Have you ever had a chance to interact with him?
Yeah, he's from my club, Sinhalese Sports Club. Currently, he's the president. So we are working very closely regarding our cricket at the club, and I'm speaking to him regularly about my cricket and sharing his ideas, how to get better and better every day. So he is the best in Sri Lanka at the moment to talk and share the things.
True, true, true. Now, uh, I also want to talk about the Sri Lankan Premier League, which just recently happened, where you had
Yeah.
captained your side. And you had a very decent tournament till that knockout game. Tell us about your journey in that tournament.
Yeah, I would say it's a great platform to every Sri Lankan cricketer to come through because there wasn't a tournament for the youngsters. Nowadays, we can see every year the tournaments happening. So like IPL, PSL, CPL, Big Bash, and everywhere. So it was really good tournament for the first time after 10 years, I think. So I think many of the youngsters came through the tournament. So probably next year they will play better and better when they grow up. So from point of myself, actually it was a tough ask for me with the team I got at the first, but I was managed to came to the semi-finals. Unfortunately, we were lost to the champions.
Jaffna.
Even yeah, Jaffna Stallions, led by Tisara. So I think we were managed to keep them about 160 plus runs in that game. Unfortunately, myself and few we got two runouts happened in that.
Yes.
So probably if I was not run out and the others could not have run out, probably we have crossed the line in that game. Yeah, I had a good tournament with the bat and as the captain. So I'm really happy about my journey. Actually, I'm a guy who trusts the process. I think it's my curve of learning process. So hopefully in the future I can do more, no, more and more good things to my teams where I'm playing.
You have said very rightly, Dasun, that it's all about the process. The results will come. You are in the right process, and I'm sure the right results will follow. Just for all my people who are watching this show, just want to tell you that Dasun scored 278 runs with a strike rate of 161, and he also managed to pick up 4 wickets. Now, then, since we are talking about your bowling, uh, do you think you're taking your bowling seriously, Dasun?
Yeah, yeah, actually, when I first started, I didn't took bowling very special. But when I growing in the field, so I realized the value of bowling. So I feel it bowling makes me a complete package. It makes a huge value to my cricket. So in that last tour to South Africa Test tour, so I managed to bowl some good overs. So I think my bowling will shine up and it will come more and more in the few next international games.
Any hero you have in the bowling whom you are trying to follow or you're looking up as an inspiration?
Actually, from the red balls, I like the way Jimmy Anderson bowling. So he's the master class of swing. I like the way Chaminda Vas bowled in Sri Lanka. So in the red ball cricket, and when it comes to white ball cricket, from players who are currently playing, I like the way Chris Wokes, how he is going on, and uh, they are the bowlers actually who I'm looking at more suitable. But we are getting the ideas from Lasit Maling as well because he is the legend.
Legend.
ball in white ball cricket. So he's a very good guy to talk with and share the experiences.
You know why, Dasun, I asked you this question about bowling? Because I can see, honestly, when I'm talking to you and what I've seen of you, whatever cricket I've seen of Dasun playing for Sri Lanka or for any franchise cricket, you are a very bright prospect. And if you can add that bowling to your, you know, whole package, you probably, and I mean it, and a lot of people might uh, not be surprised if I'd say that you might be the future Hardik Pandya, which probably Sri Lanka is looking for, or the Angelo Matthews of Sri Lanka, because an all-rounder is always very special because he can contribute with the bat, ball, and we all know you are a good fielder.
Yeah, actually, I would say Hardik and Angelo Matthews, they are like very good all-rounders at the moment. You know, Angelo, he's not bowling at the moment, but you know, he's a very class act. He has done a lot of good things to Sri Lanka cricket and won a lot of matches for Sri Lanka. Should give a lot of credit to him. Even he's a very good guy to talk and share the experiences.
As long as you can take care of your body, where you know that you are not overdoing it, I'm sure, Dasun, you can probably do justice to your bowling as along with your batting.
Definitely, definitely.
Now, you just mentioned a couple of minutes ago about your experience in South Africa. Tell us, I remember in the first test match, you scored some 70 runs.
Yeah, 66 not out in the first inning.
How was that experience playing the fast bowlers of South Africa?
Yeah, it was. I mean, you know, first time playing in South Africa, Nokia and Nigidi and
Yes.
Sipam. Oh, very good experience. I mean, I enjoyed batting in that conditions. So at the time I went to bat, we were like in the top of that game. So I was very comfortable when I read the crease and I spent a few deliveries. So I got in, and at last with the tail, I got a chance to bat on, and uh, I got my rhythm to bat normal in that situation. So I managed to hit some good boundaries at that time, and fortunately I think I missed my first century.
So this innings, I'm sure must have given you confidence, but you said that you missed your century, you managed to bat with the tail. That's what Angelo Matthews used to do. He used to build his innings and then bat along with the tail and make sure that innings had a lot of value. And in fact, I believe Sri Lanka had the advantage in that first test match, but unfortunately things did not go well in the second innings and you all went on to lose that match.
Yeah, actually, our two of the main fast bowlers, got injured in that match.
True.
So yeah, that affected a lot for that result.
So how important is test cricket for Dasun?
Yeah, for me, cricket is, you know, as all tell, Test cricket is the best cricket to play. So we all need to play Test cricket. Otherwise, end of the day, we don't have temperament. So and when we are playing Test cricket, we know exactly how to face out the game. So read the game. So the reading comes to Test cricket. If you are a good Test player, you know you know to handle every situation in white ball cricket when it comes to one day or a T20. So I mean, every cricketer should first try to play Test cricket for the country. So my dream is to get 100 in a Test match. So hopefully, if I get another chance in the upcoming tours, so I am waiting for give something exceptional.
You rightly mentioned, Dasun, that test cricket is what defines a player. And I can see from your stats that you've already played 65 first class matches and scored almost around 3,500 runs with an average of 40, batting down the order. So, which is a very healthy average. And the more first class cricket you play, it's the 3 day cricket or the 4 day cricket, mainly the 4 day cricket, definitely it can groom you, because I've seen a lot of cricketers who come straight into test cricket and are not able to grab or understand. but you have 65 matches and a decent average of 40. I'm sure with time, and if you give yourself time and you understand that test cricket is not like white ball cricket where you just have to attack and get the runs, probably you have to build an innings like Angelo.
Yeah. Uh, uh, of course, I need to, you know, the role Angelo played in white ball cricket or the red ball cricket. So I have to master the same game plan when I go to batting. So now I'm talking to them much about the cricket. So I would say that I will come up with the things that Angelo did for Sri Lanka.
I wouldn't be surprised, Shanaka. I repeatedly tell to all my people who watch this show that Shanaka, to whom we are talking right now, has got a lot of talent. And if he builds that talent and builds that right temperament, whether it is Test cricket, whether it is ODI, whether it is T20, I'm sure we can see another Angelo Matthews coming up for Sri Lanka. Anyway, let me ask you one question. Sri Lanka now is in the rebuilding phase. How do you think atmosphere around the Sri Lankan cricket at the moment is? When I mean to say, you just played the Lankan Premier League, it definitely must have helped you guys.
Yeah, of course, there are a lot of young players coming up. So we are at a rebuilding phase for now. I mean, 1 or 2 years. So probably the players who are currently playing, they're like 27 to 30 years age. So they got in lot of years in international cricket to come up. So hopefully, uh, next 2 3 years will be really good for us the coming years, because once at once when we come to international cricket, it's not easy to perform with the level of cricket we are playing. But with the LPL and the other leagues, now the guys who are picking, so get picked, so they will get more experience. So once they got established in the international level, probably they will come up with good performances, match winning performances. So we have to give every player a few 1 or 2 years times to get settled in the international level. So I mean, we are in the right path. So probably uh, there will be good cricket to come up in Sri Lanka.
How's your equation with your coach, the South African coach?
He is really good. He always talk to the players. The thing is, as I mentioned earlier, we have to give our players. So I think Mickey, he got a very good plan. Now we are in the correct process, and we'll come up with the results again.
You rightly mentioned, that players have to be given enough time to prove themselves, because you cannot come to know about the player's potential unless you give him enough time, especially in Test cricket, as to find out what potential he has. And I am seeing Sri Lanka, if they put in that right process, because I remember there was a time when Sangakaras and the Mahilas were there, Sri Lanka was right on top. And then they retired, so Sri Lanka went into the rebuilding phase. Dasun, one question I want all my people who are watching this show to know. You're 29 years old. How do you keep yourself so fit? What is that you do for fitness?
Actually, today the game has transferred a lot. Fitness is the number one. So uh, in my leisure time, I spend in the gym, and I'm working. I'm spending more time on my fitness. So my first priority is fitness. So I'm doing all the homeworks when I'm out of the game. So it's always we have to uh, when we go out of the game, we have to take care of our bodies and the food habits. So especially I'm following all the guidelines the SLC has given me. So every cricketer should they must keep their own guidelines. Otherwise they can't be in the system for a long time. So they will come for like 2-3 games, and they will be, if they are not fit enough to play, they will be out. So today the fitness has become number one, I think. So I'm doing my all the hard work uh, to keep my body fit and play the game.
Spot on, Dasun. You mentioned about fitness. If you are fit, probably you can, take your game to another level. We all know how Virat Kohli is so much particular about its fitness, and not only Virat Kohli. There are so many players who have gone to that another level after they have made sure that fit. And I'm sure, Dasun, you are also in the same track as long as you make sure that you remain fit.
Yeah, best example is Virat.
I had seen you in 2019, probably, yeah, 2019, when you came to Abu Dhabi and you played for the champion team Maratha Arabians, and you played under the captainship of Bravo. How was it?
Yeah, actually, Bravo he's a very cool guy. Wherever he goes, he's a very enjoyable person. So on the field and off the field, he's very relaxed guy. So he uh, continue the same way in the dressing room and in the field. So it's very easy to deal with him. So even I learned the slower balls from him. So actually, he's a real superstar.
Correct, correct. You know, a lot of people who are watching this show, and I'm not be surprised, especially with the IPL auction coming. I know at least a few teams are vying for you, and I hope you get picked up and you are able to showcase your talent. IPL is a different ball game. It's much more pressure than sometimes they say even the World Cup. And not because I'm an Indian I'm saying this, but I've seen a lot of big stars who have come here who have not been able to perform because of the pressure, and some people who have done very well and become very good for their country. So I sincerely hope that you are one of those good players who can showcase their talent if picked in the IPL.
Yeah, it's the greatest platform for every cricketer to try out and play a IPL, because playing IPL is a different. It's like a privilege to every cricketer. So as you mentioned, sometimes it's tougher than playing for your country. So I'm very much happy if I'm getting a chance to play an IPL. So it's like another dream for me. So it's not about money. It's about playing good cricket wherever I go. So I'm really happy if I get uh, a
An
chance in
opportunity.
the upcoming IPL.
See, Dasun, you mentioned me, it's all about process. You are putting in the right process. Your opportunity will definitely come. And I wouldn't be surprised it will come sooner than later. You got to have that belief and you have the talent.
Thank you very much. I got some good belief in me.
Now one my last segment is a little more about where we talk about rapid fire question just to understand the lighter side of Dasun Shanaka. All
Yeah.
right, one player you would have loved to bat with, Kumar Sangakkara or Mahela Jayawardene?
Mahela Jayawardene.
Okay. Virat Kohli, Steve Smith, Root or Williamson, the best current batsman according to you?
Virat.
Okay. In Sri Lanka, there is one dish I hope I am able to pronounce well. Wambatu Moju Kukul Maskari. Which one dish you eat daily for the rest of your life?
Wambatu Moju.
Okay. Uh, Your favorite holiday destination?
Uh, I would say I would like to go to Bali,
Okay.
and there are a few destinations in Sri Lanka as well. So I love to go Nuwara.
Okay. There are, as you mentioned, about many leagues. IPL, PSL, Big Bash, CPL, the best league in the world.
IPL without a doubt.
Okay. You played with MS Dhoni in India. How was that experience with playing with MS Dhoni?
You know, he was the best captain I ever saw. So even I need to get a jersey of him to keep in my, you know,
Locker.
cupboard locker. So actually, he was the best player, best finisher I ever saw. So at times I am thinking how to become a player like MS Dhoni.
Does
So
he sledge behind the wickets?
no, not actually. He was very quiet, and he was telling all the things to bowlers with the hands, and he never sledges. I haven't seen much sledging from MS Dhoni, so it was a good experience.
Now, one tricky question: Mahela or Sangakkara, the better captain for Sri Lanka?
Mahela.
Okay. If you were given a chance, I already asked you this question when you said you want to bat with, you said Mahela. But if you were given a chance to bat with Sanat Jayasuriya,
I would have definitely taken.
you remember any of his special innings in the World Cup '96?
uh, Actually, I was very young at that age, so I can remember the inning against England,
Oh
and
yes,
yeah,
quarterfinal and
yeah,
the
yeah,
semi-final. Not rather the semi-final, the league game against India in Delhi
yeah, yeah, yeah. He was, masterclass, and the 189 he scored.
against India in Sharjah.
Yeah,
We
and
Indians cannot forget that innings.
no one.
No, he was a class act. Shanaka, it was wonderful, wonderful to chat with you. I sincerely hope all your dreams come true. Uh, you have been doing a good job for Sri Lankan cricket, and if you continue in the same way, I wouldn't be surprised you will do wonders for your country and for whichever franchise cricket you play.
Thank you very much.